Hello, welcome back to the African Tech Gurus. This is your channel where learning is by doing, and we're here today to bring you the concept on Emacs, where we'll be taking you through how to solve the Emacs task and the quiz. So I will have this video, and this is what we'll be solving today, Emacs. I will encourage you that you go through some of these tasks that have been given here. Yes, I will try to create a video out of the same, but before that, let me just record this one on today's task. So what you have to do, the learning objective is that at the end of this particular project, you are expected to be able to explain to anyone without the help of Google what you have understand. What at the end of this, what have you understand? What is all about this one is guiding you how to go about the Emacs editor. Remember that when you are doing your coding, you will not be using any other different types of editors. ALX allows you to only use either Emacs or VI. So those are only two types of editors that is for writing your code in ALX. So allow me to take you through some of these tasks for today, and I will create a video on the concept explanation which I will share with you on my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and you will get notified once we post another new video. Please don't fail to subscribe. Please, we are asking for your support. Please subscribe to our channel. Take a minute, subscribe. All right, now let's dig and see. So let's, since if you are not done with the quiz, these are the quiz. Number one is say that in Emacs, a buffer is an object that file text is held. That is true. And then it says another question is in Emacs documentation, what does C in shortcut command stand for? It stands for control. So whenever you see C, you will see us using C down in the next task. That means that is control. In Emacs documentation, what does M shortcut command stand for? Alt and Meta. You can only have one buffer open in Emacs at a time. It is false. That was all about the quiz. Let's dig and see now the task. Task number one, navigate to root directory, go to root directory and create a directory named 0x01 Emacs. So let me copy this name of this particular directory I've been asked to create. And then out I will do, let me close this. I will do this way. I'll click this one. And then I click on my web terminal. Yes, here I am in my web terminal. What do I do next? I've been asked to create a directory called 01-01x01 0x01 underscore Emacs. So what I will do, I will say mkdir. That is the command for creating directory, and then directory name is that one. Then I click on enter. So now if I list file, sorry for that, that's not the case. Let me delete, that's not the case. We are not using that way. Let me remove rm dir, that's remove directory. I created directory in the wrong place. I'm sorry for that. Now list file, yes, no longer. So we are going into root first of all. So cd root directory, and then now I am sure I am in root. Yes. So now I create now the file. How do I create? I will come and say that is mkdir, that's make directory, and then the name of the directory like that. Now when I list file, you notice that I have a directory called Emacs, this one. So now after that, we are done with the first task. We are done with the first task. So let's check our code. Yes, our code is now okay. Let's move to the next task. The next task is write a command to open a file from within Emacs. Write a command to open file from within Emacs, and then write your answer in this place. So this one, it is asking you, when you see this one, it is asking you that you navigate to root directory. In the root directory, you go to Emacs directory. Inside Emacs directory, you create a file called opening. Yes, and that is, after you create it, this is how it has to look like after you have created it. That's the content of that particular file. So now let's see, we have been asked. So first of all, we are supposed to go to root directory, but we are in root directory, pwd. Yes, we are in root directory. What next? We change directory to Emacs. We are going inside Emacs like that. So enter. So if I pwd, you notice that I am in the Emacs directory like this. So what next? I have to create a file. I have to create a file. And then I write on it. So creating a file, you use touch like that, and then the file name. What's the file name? We have the file name we have been given to be opening. So our file name will be opening. Let me copy. So let me paste it here like that. So there's a different way of creating files. That is one. And then I've just created file, that is file opening, and then let me write on it. How do I write? I use echo command. So echo, and then what do I have? Echo. I echo the answer, that is the command that is used for opening a file. So my answer of which command will be used to open a file is what I'm writing inside that particular file called opening. So my command in this case, I will use C, this one, X, and then C dash F. So this is the code. This is the command you will write to open a file in Emacs. After that, how will I do? I use this one to write into a file called opening. So I am writing that answer into a file called opening. Remember, we have been asked, write your answer in a file called opening. So we are now writing our answer in that. So that CXCF is the command for opening a file, and that is our answer. And we are writing our answer inside the opening file. Yes. If you want to know what is inside our file, how can we use cat, and then we say opening. Yes, we will notice that opening has the answer that we are required to have. Now that you have received that, let me now check my code. Check code. Yes. Okay, so now let's move to our next task. Our next task is saving. So you are supposed to create a file called saving. By this time around, I will show you another different way where I will create a file at the same time, write on it. So let me show you. So we are in root directory. We have been told to go to root directory and then Emacs directory and then inside a file called saving. But in this case, we are already in root directory pwd. We are already in root directory and in Emacs. So only what you are required is to create a file. How to create a file? In this case, I will just use echo instead of using touch. So echo and then my answer in it. What is my answer? My answer for saving is C, then dash X, and then C dash S like that. And then I close like this. And then that is now my answer. Where will I have my answer? I will have my answer inside a file called saving, which we don't have. But since we don't have, what will happen is that it will create a file by itself. So that's the shortcut. Instead of me using touch to create file first, and then I use echo to create my answer inside that particular file, then I can just use echo to do everything at once. So that is echo and then my answer and then into a file called saving, which we don't have, which it means that it will create that particular file. If you want to confirm whether that file exists or not, let me just remove this. Let me remove this so that you check list file. Yes, you notice that there's no file called saving. there is no file called saving, so I want to create it. How do I do it? I want to create it at the same time it has an answer. So this is the command I will use, echo, and then my answer inside that particular file is called saving, and then I click enter. When I list file, you will notice that I have now another new file called saving. What is the content of this saving? What will be the content? Yes, it has our answer already. So now we have created it and then write an answer on it at the same time, just using echo command. Now let's go back and check our code. Check your code. Yes, let's go back. Let's go to the next question. That is cutting. We have to be under root directory, Emacs directory, and create a file called cutting. Remember, we'll not be using touching, but we will go back and create a file at the same time, write our answer on it at once. So let's go and see, where are we? Do we have a file called pasting? No, we don't have a file called cutting. We don't have a file called cutting. So we have to create. So echo our answer. What is our answer? What is the command that is used for cutting in Emacs? What is the command used for cutting in Emacs? Our command is C dash K, like that. That is our answer. Where are we putting our answer? We are putting under cutting. Yes, that's where we're putting our answer. Then I click on enter. When I list file like this, you'll notice I have a file called cutting. When I use cut to check what is inside cutting, you will notice that I have C-K. So I have my answer already in that particular file. So let me check my code. I check my code like this, and where's the answer? Let's wait for the output. Wait, yes, it has checked. Let's move to the next task. The next task is write command to paste, and then write your answer in pasting. So we have to go to root, Emacs, and then pasting. So we are already in root and Emacs. So what next? We now write our answer. We are using which command? We're using echo command to create our answer, which is C dash Y, like that, and that will be our answer. Where are we writing our answer? In a new file called pasting, which that file does not exist, which means that it will create a file called pasting and write the answer inside that particular file. When you do like that, ls, we notice that we now have a file called pasting. What is the content of pasting? What is the content of pasting? We notice that we have CY, which is our answer. Now let's go and check our code like this as we wait. So as we wait, the next question is searching. So yes, close. So we have done that. Then searching. What? Write a command to search forward. Write the answer into a file called root Emacs searching. So you are going to a file called searching inside Emacs. So let's go here, and then we list file. Yes, we don't have any file called searching, but we want to create at the same time write on it. So echo, we're using echo to write on it. Echo, our answer will be C-S, like that, and then we are writing into a file called searching. Yes, we are into a file called searching. When we list file like this, we'll notice that we have another file called searching. What is the content of searching? That is the content. Now check our code. Let's check our code. Our code has worked. Let's go to the next one. The next one is undoing. Write a command to undo, and then we write our answer inside this particular place. That is a file inside Emacs. So let's go and see. That is I'll say list file. I don't have any file called undo. Don't have any file called undoing. So what will I do? I echo, and then my answer is C-X, and then U. So that is my answer inside this particular file, inside a file called undoing, like that. So do I have file? Yes, I now have a file called undoing. What is the content of undoing? The content of undoing is that one, and that is our answer. Let's now check our code. Yes, it has. Wow, congratulations. Now let's go to the next one, last one. That is quitting. How do we quit? Write a command to quit Emacs. The file will be in root, in Emacs, in quitting file. So you have to get a file called quitting and write our answer. So list file. We don't have a file called quitting. Yes. Then where are we? pwd. I'm sorry. pwd. Yes, I am in Emacs root directory, Emacs directory. Then create a file. So how do I create and write on it at the same time? Echo. Then my answer is c-x, like that, c-c, like that. Then I'm sorry. You see what happened? When I do like this one and I click enter, it will just print for me directly as it is. But now let me write it and then I redirect it into a file called quitting. Then I list file. I have a file called quitting. Let's cut and see what is inside quitting. Yes, our answer is that particular quitting. So let's check our code. Yes, our answer are now correct. You see that now I'm done with all these particular tasks. Yes, it's now 100% done. Yes, so up to that far, I can say congratulations that you have done this one. You have achieved. See you next time. Please, before you exit, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We only require your support by subscribing to our channel. Bye bye. See you next time.